The last 3 months in the real life I work on that project, so I appreciate if you leave a like. I stay AFK for around 3 hours in my house, and when I come back, the roof are missing. Some phantoms was in the sky, but how is it possible to disappear the roof of my house? And I need green dye, so I buy some. I get lots of iron, but it's a mystery where it's my roof. And I get 36. For the beginning I think some endermans are still my roof, but they don't place it down anywhere, so it remains a big mystery. I think I find what happened. Lots of my villagers are transformed into witches, which mean it was a thunderstorm. And the last one. We got a lot of redstone, spider ray, that's good. I chose to make the Emerald factory here, so I have to move that storage in the other direction. The next thing will be to make a dirt platform because I want to make it a bit higher than the ground. I start with an outer frame because I want to light up that entire area before I fill up it with dirt. Now the platform is done, but I need some green dye, and that's all which I get from a wandering trader. As far as I see, it's no desert anywhere. And how that block get here? So it will take some time to find one. That's why I took a lot of food and some obsidian to be easier to get home. And my bad. My question is, in which direction I can go? I will choose that one. Maybe you sell some cactus? And no. That mountain range is incredibly beautiful. Maybe sometimes in the future I will do something here because that's a breathtaking view. We find an ocean monument before we find a desert. That's crazy. That's one of the biggest ocean I ever see, and there is some jungle, and maybe after it will be desert. And that's also a beautiful mountain. I find again something new, so I will take it. Maybe it's not the moment, but I'm curious about the treasure. As I see, the treasure is under the lava, and I throw it in the lava, but it's somewhere here. Okay, so where is my treasure? It was here, maybe a bit deeper? I don't see it down there, but maybe it's here. And it's here with the heart of seas, so it's worth it to search it, and that's what? Water breathing. Okay, interesting. I won't lose the opportunity to take some coconuts and a sapling. After 8,000 blocks on that ocean, finally some desert and mesa. Finally cactus. Now I just have to go home, of course, through the nether. The first thing was to make a cactus farm, which mean that I have a limited green color. I will start to build an Emerald PixelArt. Just for reference, in my mind it was much smaller, but in reality it became huge, so the building will be huge. I took a lot of quartz and I started to work on the outer frame of that factory. I make the outer frame and I can say that it will be huge. Now this structure is done, and now is the time to place the emeralds in the all 4 corners of the structure. But now I'm thinking about some cactus. But it's low on durability, so I think it's a good idea to buy a mending book from my villagers and then place the mending on my pickaxe and repair it by selling iron to my villagers. Durability is full, so it's the time to go to mine some cactus. Hello Mr. Spider, now is the time to use the cactus to make the walls of the building. Now it really starts to take shape, but I think I need an entrance and more details with quartz. The entrance is done, but I think I will need some more details like that, but of course with some stairs, which will look much better. And another thing which I want to add to the construction will be the emerald blocks, which I know it's very expensive, but considering that I have unlimited iron ingots and I can get a lot of emeralds from my villagers, I think I can handle that hard job. I finish all 3 entrances and 1 entire side, and the next days I will spend by gathering emerald blocks from my villagers and working on the other 4 sides, because that will take a while. I work for a long time by building symmetrical things, so I think it's the time to do some terraforming and blend that platform with the terrain, but first I have to collect dirt. I finished the terraforming and it looked way better than I can imagine. And also, in that side I leave an entrance to a cave. It will continue under the entire building and will come out at the other end of our emerald factory. It didn't have any purpose at that moment, and it will add some mystery to the building. I managed to get a lot of emerald blocks from my little emerald farm, and now is the time to work on the roof, where I will use most of my emerald. I make the first side and it really turned out to look good. So 3 more sides left. And with that piece I finished this side of the roof, and I was lucky enough to be left with some emeralds. The next thing will be to divide the roof into 2 sections. I take the decision to divide it in 3 sides. Then as a beginning ceiling I will use cactus. I finish with the cactus, and in that side of the building I will make 2 emeralds pixel art, and they are look really good. On the other side I will try to make some towers like on the iron farm. Now the outer frame of the first tower is done, and it looked very similar with the ones from the iron farm. But to be something different, instead of cactus I will use a lot of emerald blocks on that. So I took some iron and I continued to trade it for emerald. The first tower is done. Now we have 2 left. The outer frame of the towers are done, but I still struggle to get all the emeralds which I need for the towers. So I don't wanna imagine how much emeralds I will use to make the interior of that huge build. The hardest part is here. I will divide the interior into 4 areas. 2 for trading the iron, 1 for trading the puppies for emeralds because it's possible, and the 4th one will be storage. The space is divided, and now I need a light source. And one of the easiest blocks to make light is shroom light, so I will go in the nether. So I go in the nether and I start to collect shroom light, but also someone didn't want to give me the shroom light. And my armor, it's not the best. I eventually beat it, but it's very dangerous. But I think the risk is too much to beat all that dangerous mobs for some shroom light. So another option will maybe with the glowstone. And I think I can buy some glowstone from villagers. I'm not sure if I can buy it from villagers, but if I can buy it, I think it's the best idea to use glowstone. And yes, we could buy it from the cleric, so I think that's a better idea to gather some blocks to light up the interior of that huge building. I don't waste any time, so I go into another fortress to beat some blazes for blaze rod, but also some nether wart will won't be bad. And I leave some maybe for another time. Here is a chest, nether wart, and here is a blaze spawner. I prepare something to be safe and I start to beat the blazes. That was the first one. I think 14 blaze rod, it's okay for the moment. I think I get lost in that nether fortress because it never ends. I found an armored rim, which is good. I have lots of trading place and I think the next one will be here. I start by organizing the chests, making 3 layers of that. One side will be for the iron and the other one will be for the rose. And also that little section will be to auto-craft the emeralds into blocks. I continue to build 2 different hopper lines, because also I will include a hidden bigger storage somewhere here, and I need to have 2 hopper lines to the sorting system which will divide the puppies from the iron, and I do 6 of them to be sure that it will hold up to the future iron farm which will be more bigger than that one. I don't stop here, I continue with an auto crafting system which I transform the iron into blocks which arrive here in the double chest, and I already got a lot. Then I have another autocrafter to transform the puppies into color which I will sell to the specific villagers which are buy the red color for emerald. The first layer of the trading area is done. Now it's just the time to move in our precious villagers. After a bit time I succeed to get the trade, which I mean that I finally can sell the puppies for emeralds. On the same layer I make another level of villagers. But before I start to work on another layer, because I have space for that, I think it's the time to work with that floor. And I think it's a good idea to place some emeralds on the floor. And I do it in the all 4 sides. The next thing will be to combine the emeralds with the existing floor. The floor is done and I think I did a great job with it. Now is the time to work on the second floor. In all of the corners I start by making elevators so I can easily go up to the next layer, and also easily I can go back down. The second layer are start to take shape and are look very good. I make the next layer a bit to the interior, so I will leave a lot of space here behind so I can work on a lot of redstone stuff. With that one, the last villager was placed. And I finished the second floor of the Emerald factory by placing all the villagers in their places. And now is the time for the ceiling, which I keep simple, just using emerald green with white. And I think it's a great ceiling. Finally, after 3 months in real life, I finished that insane project, which are contained 2 layers full of villagers because I wanna be able to come here in the middle of the night and get a lot of emerald. When I say a lot, I talk about stack of emerald blocks. The last 3 months in the real life I work on that project, so I appreciate if you leave a like. Click here